Hey everyone, it's Doll Circle, and we have a little confession. We have kind of admitted to this before, but we oftentimes have stuff in our collection that we don't really love simply because it was on clearance, and that put us down the rabbit hole of buying all of them.
I know, it's bad. We have an addiction. That's why we're here and we're in shame with our sunglasses on.
We're impulse buying. This is impulse buying.
Very serious. Very serious. It's something that, like, I feel like I've always dealt with this, even if it's dolls or handbags.
Clothes.
Because I used to be a really bad handbag collector for a while there. Yeah, I know you still are.
I get all right.
Yeah, I give her my handbags. But that's definitely one problem I feel like in the toy collecting world that we all deal with, that it's cute, it's on the shelf, and we end up buying it. I mean,
and there's a sticker that says it's 25% off. Or 75% off. Or it's at Ross and you didn't even know it existed, and then there's the whole thing right there. I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's true. Like, finding random stuff, like, I feel like I do that all the time, though. Like, I'll just see it, I'm like, I didn't even know you were a thing in this world, and now I need you.
Our biggest example, at least for me, and I think both of us,
I know, because it happened at the same time for us. Like, because that was right when we started doing, like, really getting into hardcore collecting again 4 years ago.
Right, so we already were spending all our money on Monster High dolls, and Raptor High dolls, and God knows what else. But then we found, I can't even remember who found it first or what.
It was, I don't know, I think, were we together? I don't even remember.
I think we might have been together. I think it was at Toys R Us. Ross? No, the first one was at Toys R Us.
Oh, yeah, the blue box, dark blue one with the blonde doll.
Yes, I think it was you then.
Yep.
So, she called me and she's like, hey, do you want this little Blythe doll? And this is before I had a Blythe. It's on sale for like $5. It comes with a doll and like 2 pets and accessories. And I was like, yes, please. Didn't even see it.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't even know.
Oh, yeah.
And then suddenly at Toys R Us in the clearance thing are all these other Blythe little doll LPS dolls that.
And then we saw them at Ross, and they were like big packages.
Right, ones that were supposed to be Target exclusive that you never saw at Target. I mean, it was just like,
it was overwhelming.
One time I went into Ross, and I had to have my husband, like, come and pay for stuff because I spent over $200 on these dolls for us to get them because they were just there, and I was just like...
Yeah, because, again, it was just, like, they were cute, they were there, we started getting into doll collecting heavy again at that point, and we just went nuts, you know?
Gimme.
No, it is. It's like, you get that, like, happiness little impulse, you know, like,
oh!
And then 10 minutes later, I'm like, I regret it.
Right, and I don't regret all of them.
Oh no, like, I kept a bunch. I did resell a lot of them.
But, like, some of them we didn't even open. Some of them they just sat there. Some of them, they were hideous. We just bought because it was one of them. They weren't hideous.
Because we didn't have it, so we're like, oh, it's another one. We needed the 10th one.
And I feel that like, I personally, and this is another confession, I'm not crazy about the LOL surprise blind bags. I think the idea is cute. I just don't think they're that great, and they're $10. But when they first came out, because you couldn't find them, you're like, I need it. And I'm like, I don't really like them.
I don't know. I think they're cute.
They are
like
cute.
Them. I have to control myself because they are $10, and like just like pop figures, they're $10 too. I mean, it's one of those things in your brain when something's $9.99 or less, it's not that expensive.
Right.
So that's why a lot of like marketers and toy companies and things like that tend to price things at a lower price value like that, because like you're like at the store and you're like, okay, I can just buy that quick. You're getting that quick little impulse happiness. You're getting a toy. So you're filling a lot of like little spaces with that. So that's why the $10 mark is a very dangerous mark, because when it's $20 or more, you're like, you know what? You can let it. You can be like, all right, I'll come back. It'll be on sale. But when it's under $10, you don't think about it because it's so cheap, and you're just like, I'll just buy it.
Yeah, because how else you gonna get?
Yeah.
Or there's lots of times like certain like with Ever After High, I from the beginning was like, I'm only collecting the first version of the character, like their core
dolls. Yeah.
So for a long time, that's all I collected, and the only reason I had in the other one was because like she would maybe give me one that was on sale as a present, which is fine, and I cherish it because it's from her. Or ones that I'm like, I didn't really like this doll, but it's only $12 and she's kind of cute, so I'll get her. She's on clearance.
I do that with so many toys. So one thing now that they use this in a lot of therapies as well for compulsive shopping, is like put it in your cart or hold it while you shop around and think about it for like 5-10 minutes, and then you're like, I had it in my hands for a while. I got the emotion out, and then just put it back on the shelf. I mean, if you still want it after that, I mean, obviously buy it. If you're an adult, get whatever you want. But, I mean, it's one of those things, if there's a way that you want to use, like, to cope. I mean, I do that all the time. Like, sometimes I'll carry a doll around. I'm like, you know what, I really like you, but I don't need you. So then I'll put it back. So, I mean, like, impulse is a very, very, very dangerous thing that a lot of people, especially now, I feel like is worse than it was, like, when my dad was younger,
right,
like 50, 60 years ago, because you just didn't have the means to. But now it's like there's so much stuff out.
There's so much instant gratification in every other day, like social media, the internet, which I guess kind of just like you literally, a drone can drop a doll off in your house in an hour or two now, apparently. So it's like they're just wanting right now. Skynet. Anyway, I digress. But you have to be careful because, like, I have bought a $50 doll, like a 18-inch doll.
That's not an impulse. That's a thought. That was a full.
That was an impulse. That cost me greatly because I'm like, I love her outfit, and for whatever reason, I was like, I need this outfit. The doll's beautiful, but you know what? Then when I look, I'm like, oh, that was okay, and I ended up,
I didn't really.
The outfit cost me $50, and I gave the doll away to her, or a lot of times I'll give.
What doll was it?
The Journey girl I gave you.
Oh, really? I love that doll.
Yeah, see?
Which named Natalie, by the way. Okay. No. Oh, no, I didn't know that. That was an impulse one? Oh, okay.
That was. I literally just saw him and was like, husband, buy that. But he, how do I say it? We're married, but, like, he loaned me the money, but I had to give it back to him. I tried to get out of it.
It's not a gift. You should have given me a gift.
It wasn't a gift, no. It wasn't a gift.
See, so you actually bought your own things.
He just covered it.
Yeah, he covered your impulse for a while.
He flew in it.
But, I mean, it's one of those things, like, it's like, see, then you start getting into dangerous territory when you start impulse shopping over for, like, $50 to $100 items.
See? Exactly. That's
have I done that before? I don't even know if I've done that. I had of.
The review that we did for the My Life Ice Skater one with that sweater, I mostly wanted that sweater. That was it. And then, looking at this
Do you think that if, like, you held the doll in your cart for a while or, like, walked around with it or something else, like, that would have maybe reduced your wanting of it? Or did you just want the sweater regardless?
I don't know. At the time of seeing that doll was so beautiful, and that sweater made it. But, like, recently when I was going through my stuff, I had given you the Journey girl, and I was, like, looking at her, I was like, I really just want this outfit, too. I mean, granted, it's only $30 instead of $50, but... Now, granted, I gave this doll in another outfit to a little girl of a coworker of mine, and she was so happy. So, I mean, I don't feel like, it's
okay, so, I mean, like, at least it's something good with what you would consider an impulse buy. Like, you didn't, like, regret it hatefully or anything like that. You ended up doing something good with it. You gave it to a
so that's what usually I do. Like, I have dolls that aren't worth putting on eBay or even trying to sell. So, I have friends with kids and coworkers with kids, and those little kids love these dolls. They're like, wow, look at all this. Like, so
you're doing good stuff with it.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's not terrible then feelings.
But again,
I have a lot of terrible regret feelings.
You could have saved hundreds of dollars by not buying it in the first place.
And only buy what you really like.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, I do that a lot too. Sometimes I'll sit somewhere and I'll, like, look at stuff and I'm like, I don't even like you. I bought you because you were, like, pink, or, like, you know what I mean, or, like, certain things that, like, I normally wouldn't get to me. To me, that, like, an impulse is something, like, traditionally I would never buy it. I normally would never have any interest in it, but it was a cute color or it was cheap, so I'll buy it. That to me is more of an impulse. Like, see, like, the sweater thing, I've done that before too. Like, sometimes, if you like an outfit on something, it's worth it in the sense that you can't buy that outfit anywhere else, or can you make that outfit? So then it's worth buying that doll just for the outfit. I could see that. I don't know.
It's still, again, like,
it's up for debate.
An outfit that important. I have 100 billion outfits, but
that's true. Yeah. An impulse, I guess, is all relative.
Exactly. Like, maybe not so much with dolls anymore, but my big problem is, like, planner stuff. Like, you only need one planner.
Michael's is dangerous for both of us.
Yeah, exactly. Sure. I literally went through a bunch of stuff and de-stashed it and went back to Joann's and bought more stuff that I'm like, the next day I was like, what am I doing? What am I doing?
Yeah, it's very dangerous. I mean, do you guys cope with stuff like this at home, whether it's, dolls or planners or whatever,
craft stuff, just stuff in general?
Oh, yeah, no, when I had a lot of now I don't really have anyway, but when I had more money to buy stuff, like, I would impulse even at the grocery store sometimes, Like, I'd be out and, like, I'm like, oh, I have an extra, like, a little bit of money. I'll buy the extra cookies or the lavish... I don't know if you guys can hear this, but my trash is getting picked up, so it's super loud in the background. All I hear is this like large truck coming by, and then Robin's knocking the camera over, and distractions, you know.
Focus.
But let us know. I mean, this is something I feel like a lot of people deal with on many different levels. You know, some people, if you have the money, you probably impulse buy a car or something. I don't even know. You know what I mean? Like, you always hear those stories, like, you know, they went to a dealership and the wife bought a fancy sports car instead of that. You know what I mean? So impulse can be on different levels.
You ever hear the phrase, the greater your income, the greater your problems?
Yeah.
All first world problems. But, like, the time we were doing these crazy doll buys, like the Blythe dolls and stuff, we were both making a lot more money. We were in a really good spot. So we're like,
that's true.
So it's not when
so much,
you know.
I miss it. I miss buying whatever I want.
In a way, it's a blessing to not be in that situation, because then you can really be like, you know what, I don't really.
It helps you
need
control
this.
it.
Yeah.
You know, you talk yourself through it. I feel like now with like my impulse buying on anything, like I can't. You literally
more
just
money,
can't.
more problems. That's what it is.
Yeah. No, I mean with impulse buying, it's hard.
Yeah.
Again, like, how do you guys cope with this? How do you guys deal with this? Let us know if there's anything that we missed in the video. Also, if there's other doll chat ideas out there, we would love to hear what you guys have to say and want us to talk about for you guys. So thanks for watching, guys.